Planets for the 80s. That's the only anime I have any warm connection to, right? Battle of the Planets, which was Gatchaman something or other. I can't remember. But, I've said this many times. Here, let's see if I can find the Battle of the Planets titles, right? We'll go to that. Battle of the Planets, because it was apparently a very good anime that they put like this robot character in, and this particularly bad dubbing, right? Where was it? Look down. Let's have a look. Let's look. Fine. And then we Philip Bogart is here. How you doing? And they did a live-action movie, which I saw a clip of, and it looked freaking awesome. Did they use the same music in the original version? I don't know. Frank, is there? I don't know that bit.
Battle of the Planets.
Well, okay, even though this was a bad, dub, I do like their logo they put up there.
G-Force. 5 incredible young people with superpowers.
I didn't really understand what the superpowers are, other they could they jumped around a lot, wearing like bird-like cape.
And watching.
Yeah, this is a bit they put over. Is 7 Zark 7?
Over them from Center Neptune, 7 Zark 7. Watching.
And I never noticed, right? I never noticed at all that 7 Zark 7 never interacted with Battle of the whatever, catching man.
Warning against surprise attack by alien galaxies from beyond space.
Yeah, look, I'm sorry. This animation looks much better than the anime I see today. But I remember there was like cars jumping out of their spaceship and stuff. Yeah, that's almost very neat. Oh, right, that was a super. They can make a tornado. There you go. We're about to get a clip of Princess's knickers. Oh, Bobby, didn't stop that at the right moment. Tell you. That's in the Spank Bang, baby. It's never coming out. That's in the Spank Bang.
G-Force, fearless young orphans protecting Earth's entire galaxy. Always fine.
Yeah, I like stuff like that. I'm sorry. The anime I see doesn't look this good.
Acting as one, dedicated, inseparable, invincible.
Okay, so fine. That's really all I know about anime, right? So there's an anime show coming up that listen. I don't know why I do this, right? Every single time they make a new Terminator, I go, "Oh, really? Oh, Terminator! I'll check that out. Oh, new Terminator!" And it's literally the only good Terminator is Terminator, Terminator 2, and Terminator Ride, which is now closed, I believe, in Universal Studios, which was awesome. Everything else has been shit. Everything else has been epically shit. Here, let me do a quick list of the Terminator movies. 1 second. Terminator movies. Yeah, we go to Terminator franchise. So here, share screen. Doink. So yeah, Terminator, awesome. Terminator Rise of Machines. I mean, that was the one with who was in that one? You had the woman Terminator, right? What's her name again? I mean, she was super hot then, but I doubt she did that. Now it's 20 years later. Who was starring? Nick Stahl, Claire Danes, and is it Christina Loken? Was she the Terminator? Yeah, but and it was okay. It wasn't a come back. It wasn't a terrible movie. I mean, it was really, but it was fine. Now, Terminator Salvation, is that the Christian Bale one? Right. Is that the one without Arnie? Let's have a look. Or is it Arnie in all of these ones? Yeah, the Christian Bale one. This was probably closest to being the best, I think, because this is not the one with Matt Smith. That's the next one. So what was the basic plot of this one? 2003, Sarah Kogan or Cyberman says to convince his death row inmate Marcus Wright to sign over his body for. Oh, right. So in 2018, it's taking place like at the beginning of the Terminator story, right? I don't know, not a bad idea. I did that again. How did I do that again? So Terminator, that's the one from 2015 with Matt Smith. And again, they all just fall apart. And I didn't bother with Terminator Dark Fate. Are you kidding me? That's the one with, what was it? The little girl looks like a Bratz doll, right? And old Arnie in it, but who cares? And then you had the TV stuff, web series. Terminator Salvation, the Machin, I don't know, never heard of that. YouTube chrono Terminator Zero. Is that this year's? That's from this year. What's Terminator Zero? Terminator is an upcoming science fiction anime series developed by Matt Tomlinson, set in the Terminator universe. 8 episodes was produced for Netflix. But okay, that's the one coming. That's what we're about to look at. But you also had the Sarah Connor Chronicles. This was a weird show. There's lots of stuff about her life. Salma Glau was the Terminator in it, and she was very good, right? She was very, very good in it. Lena Headey was Lena Headey was Sarah Connor, and you had, who was it? Some music star played a T-2000. I'll look it up. You know, is it Shirley Manson? So yeah, there was a lot of interesting stuff with it. Summer Glau was really good in it, right? And what's she doing now? I haven't heard from her for ages. I'm like a really genuinely talented person, right? Was great at doing all the physical stuff. Homeschool, that's probably very, very good for her. Did she retire? No, because I haven't seen her in like literally years. Dead End was the last movie she did. That was 9 years ago. I mean, she looks like she might be retired. I mean, I guess she made enough to retire. Anyway, with that, let's have a look at this trailer for the new Netflix Terminator anime series, which is Terminator Zero. Okay. Leasing on garbage. Thank you, PD.
This isn't what you think it is. You can't see it yet. But you've been on a collision course your entire life.
Okay, so far this looks pretty darn good.
There's no going back.
Yeah, because I always thought the only way to really move on with this franchise is not a remake, right, of the original, because like it just doesn't really. You can't top that, right? It's too bloody perfect. I thought, to move it forward, maybe move it into a video games instead of having it at the cinema. But this looks like something that might actually work.
Not really. It will never, ever stop.
I mean, and this is obviously head and shoulders above the Western animation. I could see that.
There's only one thing standing in between you and him. Me.
I will definitely check that out, right? Definitely check that out. Oh, and a CG Arnie. That one I thought was quite good. There was one where they had a young Arnie CGI. Okay, to me that looks quite good. Let me see if I can find this other thing. By the way, House of Dragon this week. It was a slower episode, but I still think it's awesome. Right, awesome.
Just take a quick look around.
See, this is what I don't like about anime, okay? I don't like, yeah, no, that doesn't work for me. But like, man, it's done very well. I love how they're getting John Pertwee voice in there.
Well, I must say this is almost impressive.
Look at this.
I wish there was good Doctor Who animation. Oh, you could do so much with it.
Lads, it's not Halloween, mate. It's not Halloween.
You got any money for us, mate? You got any money on you? Gonna give us some?
I'm going to take a guess. This isn't the original soundtrack.
And if I don't, what will you do?
Gonna smash your face in, mate.
All right, come on, let's get it over with.
Cool.
Oh, my dear doctor, you have been naive.
Okay, this is
Brigadier.
Ah, Doctor, there you are. Make yourself at home. We're only supposed to be a top-secret security establishment. What do you think you're doing, Doctor?
Okay, that's what I was waiting for. So here, let me put up there's two things. Let's put up the Comic-Con stuff. So first, let's talk about this one, which is kind of a big topic of conversation. We talked about it before this week, but like, I don't know. Listen. Firstly, how insanely tone deaf do you have to be for Russell Davies to do a panel with Alex Kurtzman? You do know that was. Does he know? I don't know. I mean, I don't know if he knows how much it's hated, right? I mean, you get like the weirdos like, oh, LGBTQ, oh, so inclusive. I would love somebody to ask Russell Davies, look, Russell, you see, inclusivity seems to be a very important thing, but you're very making it into a queer thing, making it into a queer show, which you have done, is excludes Christians, Muslims, Jews, right? It excludes all of those people. So that I would love to know what his response is. Like, well, they deserve to be excluded. Yeah, but like, we will find coexisting, right? It seems to me the only one person not fine coexisting is you, right? You want to completely dominate and control, right? You want to conquer and destroy. Russell T. Davies conquers and destroys. Russell T. Davies conquers and destroys. But that's what it seems to be like, right? They don't want to have any coexistence. So I don't know, like I can't. This seems like they're going to absolutely announce a the panel's called Destroyers of the Franchise. So it's called it out. They should be. This seems like they're going to announce a Star Trek Doctor Who crossover, which actually Dave's been on record saying he wanted to do so many times, right? He wanted Matt Smith to appear in. Well, there wasn't a Star Trek on then. He said, but it would have been great if they could have appeared in Deep Space Nine or something like that. But again, the tone deafness in this, right? So PD Rich says in the chat that he hates going to Comic-Con as well. Look, Comic-Con is a generally quite miserable experience in my experience, right? It's genuinely quite miserable because it's just too big, right? It's I mean, like I went the last year I went was when they premiered the trailer for Iron Man, right? What year did Iron Man come out? Iron Man, 2008. So I must have gone in. No, I was already living in Israel in 2008. Could it be 2007? I didn't fly in for it. Are you sure it's the 2008 Iron Man? They say 2008. How can that be? Was that Iron Man 4? No, 2008. But did I fly back for it? No. Maybe it was. I can't because I moved to Israel in 2005. Right. That's when Doctor Who came back. And I saw a trailer for the first Iron Man movie. It was like the first trailer they showed. And I must have flown in for it. I'm very surprised by that. Maybe I went another year as well. But basically, it was getting too big by this time, right? It was getting way, way too big. And I don't get going somewhere and waiting 6 hours to get into a panel, right? I'm not there. And for the life of me, why don't they sell a virtual pass, right, for all the panels? Like whatever, $50, $30, 20, whatever it is, that you get to see every panel, right? And you get your virtual pass to Comic-Con. I would buy that. I mean, I don't understand why more conventions don't do that, right? Have a virtual pass so you can see the panels. I think it's a great... Actually, the idea I had years ago was when VR was first starting. I had the PlayStation 3 one, which I quite liked. It just, it never panned out in terms of games. It was too bulky. You had to really be dedicated to try it out. But I'm watching it, I'm like saying, well, why don't they live stream VR of like sports games, right? You could have like a courtside seat at Wimbledon or the Lakers game, and you put in a headset and you like watch it live, and you're like, it's like you're there, right? Here's the thing with VR: they only use it for porn. I mean, literally, the only use of it has been for porn. Like, there's so many incredible storytelling possibilities. Could you imagine, right, a VR version of Jeff Wayne's War of the Worlds, which staging show, which I've never been to, right? Because I've never been close to the bloody stadium, the place where they had the staging. I would love to see that, right? But can you imagine what a VR version of that would look like? That'd be incredible, right? That'd be incredible, and that's actually a good use for VR. And again, when VR really first started, they all the porn companies, again, it's porn that drove VR, and I can't believe it didn't drive it more powerfully. They had this thing called Google Cardboard, which is essentially a cardboard box with a couple of lenses. You can buy them for like $20, right? Or you can make them, but you can buy them for $20, and you put your phone in to it, and it's and you play the content on it, and it works like VR, right? And again, the porn companies were giving those headsets away for free. I'm just surprised it didn't do better, right? I'm surprised it didn't last longer. But anyway, but yeah. So I don't know why they don't do virtual passes, but like, my initial thought was do a VR pass for Comic-Con, right? You're right in the front, you get to see everything. Do a VR pass for it. And I would have paid for that. And again, you get to feel like you're there. Do VR, and you also like regular, right? But you have the VR option. Again, that nobody worked out to stream that for sporting games. It's beyond me, right? VR porn, never heard of it. Where can you find it? Everywhere, Fly Highland. I can't show you I'm not going to Google VR porn, okay? That will get me into trouble. So fine. So we have this panel, which I just find bizarroville, right? I mean, it's just like, what? Why would you want to appear with Alex Kurtzman? It's not like he's done a bang-up job and everyone's really, really happy with him. I mean, I guess they are. It's so weird, right? It is so weird. So anyway, in Hall H is this huge panel, right? It goes on for an hour. It's got Rusty Davis, Shooty Gatwa, and Millie Gibson, right? I'm not surprised that Rusty Davis, Shooty Gatwa are going, even though he hates Comic-Con, because they're probably there for business as well, right? I mean, especially Shooty. But Millie Gibson, I don't know. Man, Millie Gibson looks gorgeous in these pictures. Anyway, my eye goes always to Millie Gibson. Shooting up has never convinced me he's a doctor, and I really wish he was. So they're going to have who was it? Are they going to have a trailer for Joy to the World? Or are they going to have a trailer for season 2? Well, here's where are they going to do a crossover with Star Trek and Doctor Who? Well, here's where I am with it. Looking back at what they've done thus far is tickle your balls and then disappoint you, right? They go, oh, you wait till you find out what the monster is for 73 yards. Oh, that's nothing, right? Oh, you wait till you find out who Ruby Sunday's mother. Oh, it's nothing, right? So on that, going on that is there's going to be nothing, right? There's going to be no announcement. There's going to be no there's going to be no announcement. There's going to be no crossover. There's going to be no trade. There's nothing, right? Absolutely nothing. Well, it sounds like there must be because he's going there. I don't know. Apparently, in the Disney League, the Doctor Who is considered a cheap show. It's not cheap enough, quite frankly. It should be way, way, way cheaper. Is the Whoniverse? Are we going to get the announcement of the spin-offs? I'm gonna guess no. Right? Look, my guesses are hit and miss. Let's be fair. Oh my God, I've had so many people comment on a Jodie video I did from Christmas, where I was saying, wait a minute, Big Finish said they're doing Jodie Whittaker audios like a year and a half ago, and they haven't turned up. What's going on with that? What I think went on with that is they were waiting till the memory of how awful it was had died down. Right, I really think that's what they're doing. Also, I think there's a very strong chance that the Jodie audios are an edict from the BBC, because pretty much every time we see something really weirdly stupid from the BBC, from Big Finish, like pulling the audio with David Tennant and John Barrowman after they recorded it, right? I mean, that's just money, right? That is just money. I think that's from the BBC. I think the clunky anti-H.P. Lovecraft stuff was an edict from the BBC. I wouldn't be surprised if the BBC, and again, maybe not officially, maybe said, well, it's very important to us that Jodie Whittaker is given the same weight as every other Doctor, right? It's really important to us that happens. And, if you're not the company to do that, that's fine. But we maybe when your license runs out, How long is their license running for, by the way? Let's have a look. Big Finish Doctor Who license ends March 2030. Blimey. Maybe it's an official edict then. I do not know. Although I've now got X Premium. I'm using Grok a lot for my question searches, right? Which for me working quite well, right? Working quite well. So yeah, I mean, here's the question: what are they going to be showing us? It sounds like we will get a trailer, and I mean Millie Gibson as well. So maybe we'll see some stuff of Millie Gibson in season 2. Sounds like that. Sounds like the Star Trek Doctor Who crossover they've been talking about. Could be, but I don't know. Going on everything we've seen so far, it's going to be absolutely nothing, right? Absolutely nothing. However, we keep talking about how badly Doctor Who's doing. That's true in terms of normal people who watch it, right? People who don't watch it they like it quite a lot, right? So this is the New York Times, the piece of shit that drives that American politicians live and die for, right? Although this is really good. Do you see this? Subscribe for 50 cents a week. Yeah, because every time I look at an article in the Times, for example, right? It says, oh, you got to buy a subscription for we'll give you 3 months for free, then it's $9.99 a month or something like that. When I see an article, I will pay 50 cents for the week. That's the right pricing. That's actually the right pricing. Anyway, Doctor Who season review. The Doctor might be on a new path, or the new path of being fucked in the arse as often as he can. Yeah, that I would say that's the new path of the Doctor, right? It's the queer era. Ncuti Gatwa shined to the 15th Doctor. I really don't think so. I mean, like, are you talking about his skin color? Because if you shine a light on him, he's a bit shiny, right? Is that where the racist term shine came from? Could be. Oh, I'm scared to look it up. We'll get in trouble. We're going to look it up anyway. Here, we'll go over here. Where did the racist term shine come from? Well, on 25th, trickster shine is an epic figure in African folklore. No. Okay. What does the shine mean? It's extremely disparaging and offensive, a contemptuous. Okay, fine, but where's it come from? Could that be it? I don't know. Anyway, he shines. No, he fucking didn't. He was useless. Like, this was one of his best episodes because he wasn't fucking in it. All right? And look, and this time he's actually wearing an outfit that kind of looks like Doctor Who. If only he could have worn it the whole time. Here's the thing, and they're not going to fix it for season 2. Doctor Who is a show of many paradoxes. Yes, but this one wasn't. At best, it's a show about a time-traveling, space-venturing alien who ceaselessly untangles the mysteries of the universe and often invites his own. At its worst, it's played with contradiction inherent in unintelligible narrative logic, inconsistent writing, and uneven tone. That is 100% the Ncuti first season. Unintelligible narrative logic, incoherent narrative logic, incoherent writing, uneven tone. That is 100% what it is. It isn't particularly surprising that for a show that with a decades-long history spanning the classic series, 63 to 89, and revival, 2005 to 17, and now you got 2005 to 23. Is it? No, 2005 to 2022, even though, they would say that. I would say 17, right? But now Disney Plus, with Disney Plus on board, co-produced, the series is called Between Past and Present, pushing between the boundaries and fitting into a more generic, bland, this brand-friendly mold. Well, that's not a... Are you saying that's a plus or a minus? This played out in the last season, which just released the finale, Empire of Death, which I guess that's how you would describe the Ncuti Gatwa season. Stacked with effervescent charms and staggering emotional range, Ncuti Gatwa... I didn't see that. I'm sorry. I mean... I imagine he's charming if you're a gay person who he's like would very clearly suck your dick. I guess that's why I would never say I found Perry charming. I found Perry hot. It's different, right? Very, very different. Where are we up to? So he's a perfect representation of the new era of Doctor Who. He's a show first black gay doctor. Yeah, exactly. And have you noticed the current era of TV everywhere? It's all about the first black, gay, whatever, and it's all shit, right? It's all shit. Like, nothing is working. Oh, such a shame. Bringing diversity to the show that has seriously lacked it. Fuck you! Fuck you up your ass. No, it seriously lacked it? Fuck you! They had diversity in the 1960s. They had, who was it? I'm trying to think of them. There were many black roles. You had a black astronaut in 10th Planet. You had War Games. You had, what's his name, from EastEnders, looking young. Right? Lacked diversity. Are you fucking with me? No, it didn't. No, it didn't at all. Again, this is such a lie that they keep on saying, and they just won't stop saying it. It didn't lack diversity. Good God. It reflected the society that created it, which was mostly white in 1963. In 2005, it was totally fucking diverse. I mean, yes, you didn't have a gay doctor trying to suck someone's cock the entire episode, right? In a bit of Bridgerton Doctor Who fanfic, right? Yes. It wasn't that diverse. It wasn't diverse enough to be shit. and the opposite of what it's supposed to be. So that's it. That again, for these nutballs, him being black and gay makes him better, and they really believe it because they're fucking nuts. Where are we up to? Bringing diversity to a show that has severely lacked. That just annoys me. In just one season, Gatwa has delivered perhaps the strongest acting of the cat. What the fuck? In recent years. Okay. If you say he was stronger than Jodie Whittaker, fine. Right? She was awful. Right? He's just naff. She was epically awful. She's epically awful. He's just a bit shit, right? His performance is more tactile than the predecessors. About the same as Sylvester McCoy, quite frankly. Sylvester McCoy was very good in the physicality. And the trouble was, they didn't really throw into his physicality, right? Into shooters. And that would have worked a lot better. The 15th Doctor fully inhabits his body and anybody else's who we can get into. Dancing, gesturing, and throwing every bit of his physical presence into his line deliveries. And yeah, it's not really working. I mean, again, look, you want to see... Who is this? Let me find this. I go here. This was said by... who was it? Ncuti Gatwa. And it will, and we have an AI of Peter Capaldi saying it. Check this out.
Dance number. That's what I'm going to put into the universe. I need the Doctor to have a big, fierce dance routine that, like, destroys a monster with twerking. Or maybe some death drops. And that's what will drop the monster.
Okay. I mean, like, it sounds as dumb when you have... Here, let's try another Doctor, right? So we'll go over here. This was done by Dr. Alex.
I need a big dance number. That's what I'm going to put into the universe. I need the Doctor to have a big, fierce dance routine that, like, destroys a monster with twerking. Or maybe some death drops. And that's what will drop the monster.
What's a death drop? I don't even know. Right? I genuinely, I have no idea what a death drop is. But, okay. But again, even AI Tom Baker makes it sound better.
I need a big dance number. That's what I'm going to put into the universe. I need the Doctor to have a big, fierce dance routine that, like, destroys a monster with twerking.
So I just want to point this out to you. Peter Capaldi and Tom Baker are so massively better than Ncuti Gatwa that their AI fake versions of them are able to deliver the lines with more credibility.
Or maybe some death drops, and that's what will drop the monster.
Yeah, this is just... Okay, fine. Back to the New York Times. The paper of record. His performance is more... 15th Doctor fully inhabits his body, blah, 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 blah. The 15th Doctor is also more sensual and openly flirtatious. Only to blokes. Than any other previous incarnation. Yeah, that was really shit. He exudes chemistry with his in every scene with every scene partner, including Rogue, a space bounty hunter played by Jonathan Groff. You're just getting off on Doctor Who being queer, right? It doesn't make it good. Doesn't necessarily make it bad. Look, I'm a believer. You can pretty much do anything as long as you make it good. I mean, you can change the law in any way as long as you make it good. I mean, look, they added in the War Doctor, which is a massive, like, a needle on the record moment, right? But you made it good. You made it good, right? If you make it good, then it works, right? Deadly Assassin. They reinvented the Time Lord so they could do Manchurian Candidate in Doctor Who. But they made it good. If you make it good, it works. This wasn't good. Right, this wasn't good, and that's why it got the lowest ratings ever. Lower than Jodie, which was epically shit. The fifth was also central opening for day, blah blah blah. Rogue, Jonathan Groff. The kiss the two of them share is openly romantic, same-sex kiss. Is the first openly romantic, same-sex kiss the Doctor has had in the series. I think it's the first openly romantic kiss. Did the 10th Doctor ever kiss Rose? And I don't think the Paul McGann kiss to Grace was romantic. Yeah, it's so incongruous for the character, right? I just like, has this person ever seen Doctor Who? Who wrote this? Now I can listen to the article. Did the Critics Notebook? Who's the author of this garbage? Maya Phillips. Let's see if she's got a Twitter account. What I cover, I write reviews and critical essays on theatre, on and off Broadway, movies, TV, books, background, started writing reviews in college, journalistic ethics. Okay. In my criticism, I aim to be fair, adjudicate. Yeah, but it's all, stuff with your ideology, right? It's all just completely stuff with that. Andrew Scott is always captivating. Here's how he does it. Oh, man, I love to see Andrew Scott as a Doctor. Anyway, back to her bollocks. Kiss was a remarkable leap for the show. Yes, backwards. Especially happening in the first season under Disney, a brand that's historically been hesitant to depict queer relationships. Are you fucking me? Fucking with me. You're not fucking me. Are you fucking with me? Disney is the queerest shit I've ever seen. Oh my God, I once saw a man fingering another man's asshole. This is gayer than that. I've never seen a man finger another man's asshole, right? I think I would vomit. Oh, like, do you wear gloves when you do that? I don't know. These are the questions. How much will it actually push this relationship? However, remains to be seen. More probably. The flirtation between Doctor and Rogue builds up rapidly, just to be abruptly halted. Yes, because it's all about the Doctor wanting to get his fucking leg over, right? Wanting to do some uphill gardening when Jonathan fucking Groff, who's Rogue now apparently, is lost to another dimension, undercutting the moment. Well, that's the other thing. This is insane incompetence, right? That's the other thing that plagued this season. A relentless and insane incompetence. And despite the show's first fresh attention to diversity, it's not. I mean, clearly she knows nothing about Doctor Who then, right? I mean, again, do you not remember Bill Potts? Say, oh, I'm a lesbian. Oh, yeah, I love a bit of muff diving me. Oh, she's hot. Oh, yeah. I mean, she's all about being a lesbian all the fucking time. Oh. Attention to diversity. This Doctor's race has barely even been alluded to. The episode Dot and Bubble implies that the very rich, very white inhabitants of a planet under attack rejects the Doctor's help because of his race. I know, that's just kind of stupid. But the implications are so subtle that some may miss the racial undertones completely. How would you miss the racial undertones completely? If you've been hit in the head with a brick? Unbelievable. Again, this is the thing that they think everybody. This is the paper that everybody has to please, right? It is a garbage piece of chip wrapper. It's too good for that, actually. We're to undertones completely. I remember once when I lived in America, I got a phone call with somebody's wanting me to buy a subscription to the New York Times. I'm like, no, I can't stand the New York Times. I don't even like the paper it's printed on. It's not very absorbent, so I wouldn't be even able to use it as toilet paper, right? There's no way I would want that piece of cack. I'll pay for it, right? Which is actually what I said when I heard about the Jodie audios. Man, I'm so not bothered by the Jodie audios, by the way, Big Finish. I'm like, okay. I mean, I can't imagine they're going to be financially viable. Maybe they're being forced on them by the BBC. Maybe they're just ideologically weird. I don't know. Fine. So, and in the episode, Road also takes place in the British-inspired alternative version of the 1830 as a flimsy working background for the Black Doctor in the middle of the Regency era without needing to deal with sticky topics of as slavery. The new Doctor Who is a lighter, brighter affair, dumber affair, right? In several other respects, most in the script mainly. For all the sparkling humanity Gatwa has introduced into a typically more emotional, guarded Reed alien hero, his Doctor also lacks the ruthless and darkness that occasionally surfaces in the character who has been scarred from witnessing every horror, every kind of genocide and war. Yeah, but also added some emotional and intellectual depth to the character. There was a risk at this tonal shift is the harbinger of a larger, more permanent change. It is. Unless Disney goes down. Oh, God, I would love that. Disney may be on the early phase of transforming the BBC show, much as it has done with other IPs like Star Wars. Yeah! Well, I mean, killed it. Like, took a shit on it. Like, literally destroyed it. Like Star Wars, which grew into an ever-expanding franchise at the expense of the original product. Well, there was nothing to do with the original product. They just went off in their own weird direction. Russell T Davies returned to Doctor Who showrunner after successfully kicking off the reboot in 2005. That's true. Has infused his show with a level of cheesiness and camp that feels at odds with the series, including his own previous run. Yeah. In the second episode of the season, the drag theatricality of Maestro, played by RuPaul's Drag Race star Jinx Monsoon, gave a more cartoonish Cruella de Vil than a menacing god of music. I honestly, if we were in another era, right, if we weren't in this era of insanely woke, that would actually been quite an interesting villain. Again, it has to be handled more, intelligently. Then a menacing god of music. The season song dance were too High School Musical. Yes, for a show that often digs into more sinister corners of the universe. Occasionally, even individual episodes felt totally dissonant from start to end. Like 73 Yards completely fell apart, didn't it? Which began as a promising horror movie vibe before unraveling with an incomprehensible time travel plot. That it wasn't because Rusty Davies actually did. Oh, I would explain it. My sister doesn't mind. We all hooted. Oh, so wonderful! The bleak, gritty boom by the longtime Doctor Who writer, former showrunner Stephen Moffat, about a war-torn planet where the best capitalist incentives maintain the highest, most believable stakes of the season. Excuse me. I believe you'll find when Donald Trump was president, we had world peace, right? There weren't any wars. But when the Democrats, who are less on the capitalist side, took over, then we got lots and lots of wars, didn't we? Like, we're in a very perilous position. Because of the exception of Boom, the series has adopted a fresh gloss. Did I miss anything? I didn't. I skipped a bunch of stuff. The Stellar episode was slightly more in line with peak Doctor Who than most other more kitschy episodes in the season. Because of the exception of Boom, the series has adopted a fresh gloss to even its appearance, well, mostly its appearance. More vibrant colors and costumes and more vivid lighting, designed and more expensive CGI, ironically, doesn't offer much more than the artificially looking silly antagonist. That is true. That is true. I wouldn't do that. Thank God. Doctor has suffered through an identity crisis before, seasons 11 through 13. Yeah, ever since Capaldi left, right? Jodie was fired. Jodie was the 13th Doctor with her own special brand of design. This is not a glowing review. I am sorry. This is not a glowing review. We're up to that's the 13th, but the show has rediscovered itself. Not really. It's just discovered a different shit version of itself. It's built for change. That's true. It's not all about change. It's built for change. That's true. But the Doctor himself always maintained a core sense of identity. It's hard to tell if this season was part of the show's unusual shifts or portents, or more Disney-fied transformation that will continue to play out Only time and the TARDIS will tell, right? Correction was made on June 26th. The early version of this article referred to the imprecisely the kiss being the Doctor and Rogue. It was the Doctor's first only romantic same-sex kiss, not the first same-sex kiss of the series. Captain Jack kind of, but I don't think it was romantic, right? Kiss the Doctor. I thought that was kind of weird as well. So yeah, look, this is the weird, wacky fallout, right? Which makes it so strange that they're going to Comic-Con publicly, right? Because this is somebody fully on board for all the woke crap, right? Totally fully on board, loves it, right? I would say, yeah, goes as far as say absolutely adores the many woke disasters, and even they're saying, well, that's kind of shit, isn't it? Right? I mean, it's again not a rigging endorsement, so I don't know. I would love it. I would love it if somebody asked them a real question. But I can't imagine, right? I can't imagine that's ever going to happen. 5, what's next? We could go that. No, we read that last time. We got this one over here. that one I really want to get to. Okay, 5. Doctor is back, but missing a key aspect of the show's history. Okay, not being gay, maybe. I don't know. That always seemed like a kind of a key aspect. Wait, how long is this? Will I lose the will to live in the middle? We'll start reading and we'll see if he gets to a point, because this goes on quite some time. Actually, I can't. What, is it a spin-off? Okay, Doctor Who has been a staple part of popular culture, and since the show has recently found its new home in Disney Plus, it's clear the Doctor doesn't plan to stop traveling anytime soon. Although the show holds an immense amount of lore in of itself, many fans will want more. I mean, like, look, I'm surprised they don't have like a, well, they probably can't get it, but like do a David Tennant 3-part season. It was like something like that. So sorry. Although the show holds an immense amount of lore in itself, many fans still want more. So with the addition of audio dramas, novels, and fan-created content, Whovians have had their pick of what to indulge in next. Oh, I like a bit of indulgence. Yet, many Doctor Who fans want to see more content on the screens, particularly in the form of spin-offs. The franchise has been a great success with this format before. Yes, but that's when the franchise was a great success. It's not a great success now. Right? Here, is this the ratings? Right, the franchise is not a great success now. It's a bit, I mean, like, it's so bad they hide the AI ratings, right? It's a bit of a disaster. 3.7, not overnight, 3.7 average 7-day number. Man, that's really bad, right? That's really epically bad. So why are they so successful? So there should be more spin-offs. Okay. So 5. They're complaining that they don't have enough spin-offs, right? Yeah, and again, they probably made everything on the quarter of the budget they're making now, and they got a lot more viewers. Man, this lasted for 10 seconds because it wasn't that great, bottom line. So he wants more spin-offs. Who is Doctor Who releasing? Is Doctor Who releasing spin-off? I think so. Unit stands for Unified Intelligence Task Force. You stand for United Nations, but I didn't like that. Okay, this is dumb. I can't. This is actually doing my head in. Yeah, check this out by Mark Waid, complete insane person, right? Comic book writer Mark Waid wishes the would-be assassin of President Trump had been a better shot, right? The shooter was wearing an RFK Jr. t-shirt. Bloody hell. Wow, I mean, like, he's throwing around hate left, right, and center there. RFK's a Democrat, right? If you're just tuning in, some fucking idiot with shitty eyesight just clinches the election for Trump. Fuck, that's what's going on, right? So then he deleted it. Because right-wing lunatics and comic gate incels have made a campaign today of sickly twisting my condolences. What condolences were there? Fuck you. These weren't condolences. That's your condolence, really? made a complaint about sickly twisting my condolences about yesterday's tragedy into claims I cheered for political violence. Well, we just bought the receipts. You did? Oh, douchebag. I've deleted the post and I will not give any fuel to spread their disgusting lies. No, what it is, he's shitting himself because people are getting fired left, right, and fucking centre. Why? Because the entire mood of the country has completely changed. Right? Completely changed. What's this? Steve McNee. I think a lot of us would just rather see the industry burnt down than get together with the alt-right. What do you mean by alt-right? Alt-right are actually just the right? They're actually centre-right. I know I would. Sorry. Yeah, this is from a while ago. I call bullshit on anyone who tries to highlight these issues get piled on. That's true. I think it's more accurate to say anybody who wants to blame everything on SJWs gets piled on. No. Again, what a deflection. What a desperate deflection, right? That is cray-cray. Yeah. I think it's far more accurate to say anybody who wants to blame it, gets piled on, or anybody who wants to complain that their favorite characters are being written as a political mouthpieces, but can't provide any. We always provide examples. You guys just put your fingers in the ears and go, no, we won't do that. We're on the right side of history. We're the good people. Oh, man. Somebody set this guy's switch, douchebag switch to maximum, apparently. So apparently the second edition of what's it called again? Absolute Power, the exceptionally trite blockbuster event hit shelves on August 6th. Do not care. Wouldn't read it. Marvel strips Jewish superhero Sabra of her Israeli identity. WTF? What's going on there? Outrage after a film company turns the Jewish Sabra character into a former Russian spy. When was this? So the great, Sabra was kind of a shit comic book. Don't get me wrong. Launched in 1980, Marvel Studios superhero universe. It's a blah blah blah. But this week, Marvel Studios was accused of stripping Sabra of his Israeli identity, by instead making a Russian-linked agent in the upcoming film Captain America: Brave New World. Oh, because nobody's going to watch it. Doesn't matter. The creation of the new de-Zionized Sabra, played by Israeli actress Shira Haas, comes amid speculation that Marvel Studios has sought to avoid criticism from an audience bombarded by anti-Israel propaganda. Well, you fuck, mate, because the Jews go sit as well. We are kicking up a bit of a stink about this sort of stuff. The movie has left Jewish Marvel fans reeling, and one comic book historian accusing the company of Jewish erasure. Is that like the group from the 80s? What would Jewish erasure be? It'll be Oy vey, you are the world. I like erasure, I have to tell you. The name has stayed, but Marvel Studios pledged that it would make a new approach to Sabra in the film, due to open in the US on February 14th, 2025. I put it on my calendar to do anything else, right? A description of the movie published in the company's website admits Bat Saraf's Israeli background. Oh, that's the name. And instead describe Haas' character as a Black Widow. The Marvel thing. Well, why can't you have been an Israeli version of Black Widow? Like, okay, this would have really worked. Have the Israelis still espionage about the Black Widow program, and they do their own. That's kind of believable. That makes Israel look bad and strong at the same time. Right? Again, you know why? Because they can't fucking think past their own nose. That's why. In a guise in the Marvel Comics in 1980, Sabra was known for fighting for the state of Israel and was depicted fighting evil forces in Tel Aviv and by the Western Wall. Yeah, I love a bit of that. Since the franchise announced Haas's involvement, it still faced backlash from supporters from the BDS movement. Campaign. This is from the Jewish Chronicle, by the way. The official organ of English Jewry. God, is this still going? How much longer? It is understood that the early screen test of the film by Marvel Studios, which recently sought to increase diversity on screen, led to changes in... Yeah, look. You know why Doctor Who's considered a cheap show? They only film it once, right? This shit they film like, I don't know, 2-3 times over. It's crazy. And again, it's a change on the stream and central plots. Reports suggest that the changes to Sabra's character emerge from feedback from the screen test. Well, the recent release trailer, recent Israeli actress can be seen alongside Anthony Mackie, who plays Captain America. He's the first black actor in history to play the role. Yeah, that's because for like 70 years he was a white bloke, and for like 20 minutes he's a black bloke who has different superpowers. The original Marvel Comics superheroes include superhuman strength, speed, regenerative healing power, and the ability to charge others by transferring her life essence to them. The word okay, blah blah blah. Yeah, look. This is the insanity in which we live, baby. This is the insanity in which we live. Doink. There you go. Andrew Skillis has got a third volume of Illuminati coming out, and these things just look gorgeous. So this is a third in the trilogy of books. I didn't know he did tripod stuff. Wow. Let's have a look. No, we don't look at any of the pictures. Really? No. What? Well, don't tell me what's in it. I guess they are. Cyberman book. I got that. I found these very, very cool. Right. I've liked these a lot. And second, is there a Doctor Who tab here? I don't know. There. Let me go to this. Okay. Last thing, because this is really annoying me. Doctor Who Return of the Daleks. Now, I pre-ordered this, and it hasn't even shipped yet. It's the craziest thing, right? It hasn't even shipped yet. I was like, and it came out like 2 weeks ago. They're still saying the delivery date is October 30th. But here, what's the other thing? I found a bit of news which was breaking to me. I haven't seen anybody else talk about it. So fine, this is really exciting, right? This is really exciting. There's some great stuff in this one. So this is coming out October 1st. And again, I ordered mine July 1st. Hasn't arrived yet. But yeah, this is going to have Croton in it. I bet it'll have the Alan Moore stories as well, right? Alan Moore did a trilogy of stories, which was like really, really great. Black Sun Rising, wasn't that it? Although I noticed he's not on the cover, right? Mick Austin, Vincent Davis, Dave Gibbons, David Lloyd, Mike McCon, Steve Moore, John Pill, Paul Neary, Gary Russell, Jeff Senior. If it was a Gary Russell, that must be getting into like late 80s, 90s stuff, and John Stokes, right? But yeah, look, I didn't know this was even on the schedule yet. So yeah, that is something to be excited about. Fine. I think with that, I'm going to wrap up, ladies and gentlemen. I think with that, I am going to wrap up. I think Doctor Who magazine comes out. Yeah, let's have a quick look. I think it comes out on Thursday, does it? Let's have a look. Doctor Who magazine. I'm so glad this era is over, because hopefully Doctor Who magazine will not focus on so much. Sutak Unbound. Well, I'm bound by any form of bloody logic. This comes out when? July 18th. Okay, this comes out on Thursday. We will review this on Thursday, and we'll see what bollocks they come up with. Although I do like the William Russell tribute. Man, he was 100. It was 99 or 100. Didn't know he was that good. Callie Cook and Tom Rhys Davis. They weren't bad. Tom Rhys Harris. I guess that's from Dot and Bubble, I think. Yeah, they were okay. Fine. So that's coming out on Thursday. That is what one of the main things we'll be talking about. Unless more crazy, insane things have happened. My name's Tzvi Lebetkin, the Rabbi from another planet. Please like, share, and subscribe, and ring that little bell. Ring the little bell so you're notified when new videos drop.